Fish in the Wild West is brought to you by Sandy Point Resort. Experience Sandy Point Resort's year-round lifestyle along the shores of Gull Lake in central Alberta. Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destination International. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destination International and Thompson Camp.
Fish in the Wild West.
On this week's episode of Fish in the Wild West TV, it's the year-end episode. After 13 complete episodes, thousands of kilometers on the Ford F-150, and back in the tracker boat down several different boat launches, we've put it all together. We've had so much footage this year that we're going to show you untouched footage that we didn't show on any other episodes. We've had incredible days on the water, battled some tough weather conditions, but in the end, it all come together. I hope you enjoy this week's episode of Fish in the Wild West TV. There's one. Oh. That's a big walleye or a decent northern. We come out of the shallow up the river here. Opens into a big mouth there, and we found this deep hole. It's probably 12 or 15 feet, which not real deep, but when you come out of 4 feet into 12, 15 feet, it's a transition change. There'll be temperature differences down there. It's a big northern pike, really big northern pike, and I'm jigging walleye. I don't know how big he is, but he's a gooder. So we'll just take our time with him. Like I said, I got just a big sky jig on and a little rubber grub, and I was jigging walleye. So he's probably in here feeding on the same walleye I'm trying to catch. Oh, this is a little hard by myself. Give myself some slack. We're way out in the middle of nowhere, so when they start fighting in the net, take your hand out of there. Big sky jig right in his nose. Beautiful northern pike. Second or third spot, catch this guy, jigging walleye. Let's get him back in. This walleye followed it right to the surface like a pike. He's a good walleye too. I don't know how well he's got the hook in him. I don't want it to come flying back at me. Yeah, he's a really good walleye. Oh, he's probably 4 or 5 pounds. Oh. And he's barely got the hook in his mouth. That's a beautiful walleye, literally. Probably, I guarantee he's never been caught before. There's, unless the people at Otter Lake take this fly-in trip here, they're untouched walleye. Get him back in the water. And away he goes. He followed it right to the boat. I watched him hit it, and as you saw, he only had one hook in his mouth. And get back out there again. Big walleye, huge walleye. We're down here, we're looking down here at grayling. We're in the fast current. There's still grayling down there. I don't want to bring this walleye over top of him. And this big walleye just hammered it. I got a number 6 Len Thompson spoon on there, silver. And we're fighting, like you can see the current is moving. So I wonder if these walleye are in here feeding on these grayling. I got the net behind me here. Current walleye are extremely strong. One of my favorite. Holy cow. This is probably a 4 or 5 pound walleye. So this is what we're casting down there for grayling. Little number 6 Len Thompson spoon, silver. And this is what come out of the depths to hit it. It's a massive walleye right here in the current. Grayling are right there. This walleye hit it right there. So I wonder if they're moving up to feed on him. I'll get him back in there. Hold your horses. We'll be right back. Closed captioning is brought to you by Sandy Point Resort. Experience Sandy Point Resort's year-round lifestyle along the shores of Gull Lake in central Alberta.
There's a nice blackie. Right on, buddy. We're using spinning rods here for black rockfish, little 3-ounce lures, and it's pretty steady action.
This is something unique. Again, like I've been here with you a few times. You just added this to the roster? Or?
Yeah. So just 12-pound test, spinning rods, little 3-ounce weight, going for black rockfish. It fights like it's like you're fishing bass, to be honest. And a little more play and sport.
Yeah, it's a lot
than
of
if
fun.
you're using the heavy halibut gear, right? So
it's just we were trolling salmon earlier, filled our limit. Now we come out here to get some black rockfish in just a more traditional or conventional way, I guess.
yeah, more unique way for sure. Anyway, but yeah, it's great fish. It's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun. It's non-stop action. You're never without one on probably for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it just dropped down and there it was.
Perfect. Let's get some more.
There he is.
There he is. There you go. Oh, that's a good fish.
This is a good one.
That's a ling.
Think so?
I think so. Well, maybe not. It's a good fish though, regardless.
It's kind of like jigging the ledges for walleye. It's a lot of fun. Except for when they hit hard. It's not a subtle bite. Oh, the same one, or not the same one, same species as I just brought up before.
That's a bigger one. Holy.
They got such unique markings on them. Just obviously to blend into their environment down there. Put them back. Away she goes.
What's that? Oh, that's a copper.
Got a copper bottom fish over here.
Copper rockfish. Yeah, right here. They're pretty decent eating too. So we can throw them in the boat. They're very plentiful and good eating. So right on. There you go.
Never know what's coming up.
Nice fish. Whoa, that's got some fight in them, eh?
You
Double.
You gotta really set the hook to really lean into it to put that big hook into their mouths. They got hard mouths. And then you got the flex of the rod as well. So you got to be pretty aggressive with your hook set. This is a ton of fun. Nice black rockfish. Bring him up right in the corner of his mouth.
Oh, that's a hog blackie. Nice.
That was the nicest release. But that's... Oh, open your mouth. That's what we're here jigging up. They're abundant. They got a lot of fight on the light gear, and they taste delicious.
There you go. Hit bottom, fish on. Double. Waiting for the
I
trip.
just lost one and just long enough to get my line back out, and he hit it again. He's fighting hard.
Triple header here.
Another black rockfish. Have to position myself to reach and get him when the waves allow me to reach him over the edge of the boat. Black rockfish. 3 ounce, what is that? What's the ounce on that? 3
Yeah,
ounce?
only 3 ounces. That's
3
it.
ounce jig and spoon, treble hook, black rockfish. Something's been chewing on him, probably a lingcod. I'm gonna get back down there.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
This year when we were fishing on the west coast with Serengeti fishing charters, I was introduced to the buzzbomb family. Out there we used a lot of the spinno. I liked them so much on the saltwater species that I contacted Tim at Buzzbomb, and I got a bunch of them sent to me to try on freshwater species such as pike, walleye, whitefish, and even down to the small sizes for perch. We all know that location, vibration, and flash is key to finding fish, and the spinno and buzzbomb family certainly attacks the vibration and flash aspect of catching fish. Watch us in Season 4 on Fish in the Wild West TV as we take the whole buzzbomb family across North America for a variety of fish species. That's this week's Bass Pro Shops Gear Talk. I'm your host, Wes David, Fish in the Wild West TV. This segment has been brought to you by Wild Guide Magazine and Rock Guard. This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs and Tourism Saskatchewan. He hit it. There, he hit it again. I had to just literally leave it, let it sit for him. I just reached down to move the net. And of course, when I did that, my bait sat motionless. And when I turned back and looked, I've seen the little tap. Set the hook, instinct to set the hook. Missed him and dropped it back to him. Let it sit for about 4 or 5 seconds, and that's when he picked it up. Perfect. Spit my hook out. Let up, show the camera. Nice little walleye. They've gotten a little bit smaller, but those big ones will be mixed in there. Away he goes.
Get out of that wind a little bit.
Yeah, I was just closing that up. That wind is really, it's actually aided us, I think, has turned them back on.
Yeah.
You feel good?
Yeah, it feels like a nice fish again. Since the wind's picked up, definitely picked up and stirred up the bottom.
We're out in the middle of the lake. Like, this is a mid-lake hump. Some great structure. And to find these is you just got to put in the time. However, we utilize some locals' knowledge that were, they helped us out. They were more than willing to, give us a starting point. And we appreciate it. Thank you very much to whoever they were. But they put us on fish right away. And there's nothing better on any lake, wherever you are, than local knowledge.
That's right.
Locals know their fish.
That's right. Exactly.
Let's get them back in. Need a hand?
No, this one will be easy.
Oh, maybe you spoke a little too soon.
They got a little fight to them.
Yeah, they're hardy fish for sure.
They're very nice fish. Wes. Another nice
Beauty.
one, eh? Beauty. Get him back in the water.
This is, Sandy Point Resort is our home away from home. When we're on the road filming shows, tournaments, or magazine assignments, whenever I get a day off, this is my favorite lake to fish. I launch from the Sandy Point Resort Marina, and the fishing is like, I fished it year round, through the ice. We're here now, first week of June, and it's consistent like this throughout the year. Now, don't get me wrong, you're not going to come to this spot every time. As the fish move throughout the season, you got to move with them. But it's incredible fishing for both walleye and pike. And happy to call Sandy Point Resort and Gull Lake home, my home away from home.
Conservation Corner is brought to you by Hull as Wealth, aligning your financial future so you can spend more time outdoors.
I'm here with Jennifer, the Vice President of the Canadian National Sportsman Shows. Jennifer, what is happening after the show is over, conservation-wise?
It's a great question, Wes. These shows in many ways are a means to an end for us. What a lot of people don't know is we are a not-for-profit organization. We don't keep any of our profits. Our profits all go back into different programs, not only here in Alberta, but throughout the country.
Throughout all of Canada.
Throughout all of Canada, mostly in the provinces that we are in. So we do events here in Alberta, we do events in Quebec, and we do events in Ontario. So that's where the money is spent, where those events are. So when you come to the show, your money is actually going towards helping some of the programs.
So local hunting and fishing clubs are here, and,
Yes.
your larger hunting and fishing clubs, which all contribute to different conservation programs and projects.
Yes, 100%. So over the course of, we've been around for 72 years. Actually, the Toronto Sportsman Show is 72 years old this year. We started in 1948, and in that time period, we have given back over $32 million in money to organizations like the Alberta Hunter Education Instructors Association, who do amazing work in this province. As Wes has pointed out, we have a number of the fish and game associations here. We do give money, but we also, one of the things that we do is allow these groups to come into the show at no charge in order to educate the public. So that's a big, big, important thing for us, is the education about conservation and about getting people more involved into hunting and fishing.
$32 million. So the next time the Sportsman Show comes to your town, buy a ticket, buy your family a ticket, and enjoy everything outdoors, indoors, and you're giving back to conservation. Jennifer, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you very much.
Hold your horses. We'll be right back.
This segment is brought to you by Len Thompson and Northern King Lures. This one feels better than this afternoon fish at your break-in spot.
Yeah, these are average, a little nicer in here.
Oh. 30-pound test. I'm 79 feet from the boat, from the surface. Yeah, this is a better fish. How's yours feel?
No, he's not. He's just a little guy. Well, 6, 7 pounds. What is he? How about that? 6
Eater.
pounds.
Holy cow, you can feel him, just thunderous head shakes. Believe it or not, it's like 10 o'clock. We went in for supper, rain come in, and Miles, the hardcore angler too, cleared up and said, let's go fishing. So here we are. Wow. 20 feet from the surface. Oh, no, we're going back.
You going down?
Yeah.
What's he at?
10 feet. I just saw my, oh man, is he fighting? Barbless hooks here, so they got every chance in the world to come off. Here he is here.
Yeah, nice there, Wes. Really nice. Blowing his bubbles, that's good.
Probably, what do you think, 15 pounds?
No.
Whoop. Water magnifies him.
Oh, he's nice on. Yeah, he's probably 10, 12 pounds.
10, 12 pounds?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's pretty nice. Nice guy.
We'll hold him up for the camera.
Sure.
Get these weights from. Yeah, that's a beauty.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put him back in. We'll go for some bigger ones.
There you go. There he goes. He's pretty strong.
Yep. I actually thought it was the bottom. Like
I got
you
one
said.
too.
You got one here too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just released that 10 or 12 pounder there, and I don't think we trolled more than a boat length.
Oh, this one's taking a little line.
And we're double headers right now, which this one feels good. I don't even know if he really knows he's hooked yet.
He hit pretty hard, didn't he, Wes?
Yeah, well, it just feels like you said, just like the bottom, just as hard as a rock. I got 30 feet from the surface. This is a workout for sure. He's blowing bubbles. You can see his air bubbles coming up. I can see my 3-way. And this is another, well, this is a bigger fish.
Yeah,
This is going to be a photo fish.
This is about an 8 pound, 10 pound here.
This one here is, this is all of 12.
I mean, how long we've been out? 5 minutes right now?
Oh.
We've had 2 double headers and
We've been out 2 boat lengths. There he's in the net.
There he is.
Holy cow. That's probably 15 pounds
Yeah,
now.
12 to 15. We have 14, 15, yeah.
Great fish, but we're going bigger. And there he goes, right to the bottom.
Straight
Biggest
down.
thing is watching, like Miles says, you want to bring them up slow enough to see them burp up those bubbles.
That's right.
And that's releasing air out of their air bladder.
That's right.
And when they do that, or make sure they do that, and they'll release, go back to the bottom safe and sound.
Right on. And my mother.
Here he
there
is.
Right there.
Really big. Get those nets out here, or weights out here.
Yeah, nice one.
This is a big fish. What do you think by first glance, Miles?
22 pounds.
22
20?
pounds, and the man's not even excited. roughly 22 pounds, Miles says. And again, we're gonna get him back in the water. Miles' clients see these fish daily. This is truly a trip and a fish of a lifetime. And away he goes. Straight down.